Inside of today's video, for those of you that are wholesaling real estate, I'm going to show you guys how to find the hottest zip codes inside of your area. And on top of that, how to basically do this big buyers list hack that's going to be able to get you a lot of buyers that will buy any property that you find inside of these zip codes. Hey yo, what's going on everyone? Devin Knupp here, back at you with a brand new video. And today's video, it's a little bit of a different style, but like I said in the intro, we're gonna be covering the best ways to basically find cash buyers, and then on top of that, a hot zip code hack that'll basically kind of shorten down the time so that way you can find the best deals in the best areas and where to really target. So we're gonna be jumping inside my computer, and inside of my computer, I'm gonna be showing you step by step exactly how to do this. You're gonna wanna stay till the end because I'm gonna show you literally everything that you need to know to be able to replicate this and go out there and close deals. So let's jump inside my computer. All right, so we're gonna be jumping inside of my computer in 1 second, but I just want you guys to know the value of this video, what's going on. And normally, like how I found this out, this method, was actually by jumping inside of a course. And people usually charge like thousands of dollars for this information, or you're gonna have to know someone that's been closing a lot of deals to even know this hack. And so with this, I'm just trying to democratize the information. I've seen other people put it out there, so I figured I'd kind of put my own little twist on it and show you guys how I do it. So basically, we're gonna be doing this. It's all 100% free on how to figure out these hot zip codes, and then also this buyers list hack. You're gonna be able to, like, if you want, you can spend money doing this, or I'm gonna show you guys how to do this all for free. So jumping inside my computer, you're gonna want to go over to listsource.com. You can create a free account. None of this is going to cost any money if you don't want to spend any money or if you don't have the budget for it. Just go to listsource.com, create an account, and then you're going to go over to this create your own tab, and this will pop up. This is how you get to here. And let's get a RIP in the chat for the states of Montana, South Carolina, Idaho, and Kansas. You can't do this hack inside of those states. And so obviously, like, I live in Idaho, so I actually can't do this in my own state anymore, but figured I'd show you guys how to do this. So what you're gonna want to do is pick whatever, like if you're doing wholesaling in just a specific city, or if you're doing a whole county, you just obviously pick city or county. And then for the example of this video, we'll go to California, and then we'll do like Los Angeles, California. So if you're in LA County, I showed you exactly how to do it. If you're in any other county, you just pick the county, obviously. No different. So we got 2 million homes inside of that area that they have on ListSource. That doesn't really mean anything right now, but basically what you're gonna do is go over to property, and then what you're gonna want to do is head over to the property type. For some reason I can't find it right away. So go over to property type, and what you're gonna wanna do is click residential townhouse, multifamily, and duplex, triplex, and then on top of that, I usually like to do quads, and the most important one, residential SFR. So you're gonna wanna add all these. These are basically just the transactions that we're looking for that are residential. If you're doing land deals, maybe you can do the land deal section and whatnot. I don't know how to do that. I mainly just focus on residential. And then what you're gonna wanna do is go from property type to equity percentage. And from here, you're gonna be doing 99 to 100% equity. And what this means is basically people that have purchased a house, basically cash, inside of this county and everything. So now on top of this, we're going to refine it so that way it is in the last 12 months. So you're going to go over the last market sale date, and then there's this little button right here down at the bottom, and you just click it last 12 months. It does it all automatically. I mean, you could do it manually if you want, but you're going to add this. And so these are the most recent cash transactions. So basically we're looking from today to a year ago, and who has bought a property cash with all of this criteria that we've done so far. And so with this, we're gonna be able to find where all the transactions are in a second. So now what you're gonna wanna do is head over to this options tab, and we're gonna be clicking absentee owned. And so now what an absentee owned property is, basically someone that's bought a property, but they're not living inside of it. So either that means they have tenants inside of there, or they're fixing up and flipping it, or whatever it may be. Basically, these are investors, high chances as far as how that goes and everything. And so what it means as well is just basically the mailing address is different than the property address. And so obviously that shows that they're living out of the property. And so now I like to keep it in-state owners and out-of-state owners. That part doesn't matter to me. And then trustee owned properties, what you're gonna wanna do is hit exclude on this. And so now what you're gonna wanna do is do corporate owned properties, no preference, because if someone has an LLC, we want to usually those are cash buyers as well, so we really don't care whether they're an LLC or they're personal, and usually probably the LLCs are going to be the bigger cash buyers, so you want to know that. And so on top of that, as far as address completeness requirements, I like to do both the mailing and the property address complete. I mean, you can do just the mailing address if you want, but I like to have both just in case, and it may cut down a couple of leads, but it's okay. So then we're gonna do purchase list. Don't worry, we're not purchasing the list. There's a kind of cool little hack back here inside of here. So what you're gonna wanna do, first of all, I got kind of a special pricing on my account because we buy a lot of the leads and we got to hook up with list source. So I know this is gonna be way cheaper than it's gonna show on for you guys. And if you guys want this type of pricing, I only do it for my students that have joined inside of my Wholesaling ASAP course. So obviously just the savings right here is gonna save you more, like you basically get my course for free. But you don't need to buy the list or anything. So this is basically if you have the budget and you can afford to buy the list, I recommend go ahead and do it. And then you can skip trace that list, which I'll have in the resources down below if you need to skip trace it and everything. And you can try to reach out to these buyers and add them to your list. Let them know, like if you were to call them, I'd just be like, hey, my name is Devin. I come across deeply discounted properties all the time inside of like the LA County. Would you be interested in me notifying you whenever I come across these deeply discounted properties? And just kind of put it that way and add them to your cash buyers list if they are interested in what you have to offer. Most times they're gonna say yes, and so this is gonna be able to help you build up your cash buyers list pretty fast, and it's gonna give you a solid list of cash buyers that are active and wanting to buy your deals as soon as you come across them. So now you're gonna come over to purchase partial list, and you're gonna do a custom selection. So now with this custom selection, you're gonna go select criteria and then zip code. And so what this is gonna do is it's gonna break it down, all of the records per zip code. It's gonna show you how many transactions happen in each of these zip codes. And so I'm gonna give a shout out to Max Maxwell. I actually did not notice this button here. I actually didn't know it was here. There's this export button, which you can click it and it's gonna go to export. But I'm just gonna show you guys the way that I've always done it. Is basically I would just highlight everything and then copy and paste it. So the only problem with my method is that there's a couple pages. So there's like the first page, I already copied and pasted it. But now what you're gonna have to do is go over to the next page because it's a big county. There's a lot of zip codes. Okay, this is actually taking way longer than I expected. Yeah, I wish I found out that export button a while ago, but basically just going through here. Okay, so I highly recommend that you guys use the export button. I just tried it my old method and it took me about 2 minutes. So work smarter, not harder. Just use the export button that's on here. But I copied and pasted every single record. And so now what you're gonna wanna do is you're going to want to hit this filter button. You're gonna hit Control A or highlight everything and then hit the filter button so you create a new filter, or you can just highlight the 2 rows, that works as well. And what you're gonna wanna do is click on this row with all of the number of records, and then you're gonna hit data, and you're gonna sort the range by column Z to A. So now if you are doing this inside of Excel, there's gonna be, you just go to the filters and you can sort it that way. But with this, you just go sort it from Z to A, and then what this shows you is the top zip codes inside of your county. So right here, we just highlighted the top 10. You can focus on like the top 5, top 10, depends on how spaced out it is. Since this LA County, there's a lot of smaller zip codes. There's a lot that are kind of like equally amount of transactions inside of them. So what you're gonna wanna do is, like, let's say just focus on like the top 10. And what you can actually do is copy this zip code and bring it over to Google, which I already did, but bring it over to Google Maps and you can actually look and see exactly where the zip code is. And so if you're doing something along the lines of like bandit signs, you can see, oh, hey, look at this intersection right here, this intersection right here, whatever it may be. This is where I want to put up the bandit signs because this is a hot zip code and there's a lot of traffic going through there. And so basically you can just familiarize yourself with these different zip codes. Like you can copy some others over into the maps. and just really focus on these zip codes and trying to do deals inside of these areas. And so with this, these are hot zip codes. You're basically guaranteed a buyer if you find a deeply discounted property inside these areas. Obviously the numbers have to work, but this is a high quality way of going. Basically just finding all of these properties inside these hotter zip codes. And so this is the hot zip code list. If you want to get buyers that are going to buy these deals up in these areas as well, I recommend that you buy the list on ListSource if you can afford it inside of your budget. But if you don't have any money, obviously you can just take this hack and run with it for free, and you know exactly where to at least target your marketing at and put a lot of your focus towards anyway. So now that we are done with that video, now there's just a couple of things that I need you to do right now. If you have any questions, drop it down in the comments down below. I'll try to get back to you. If not, someone else will be able to answer your question for you. So go in the comments down below. I'll do my best to get back to you. And now on top of that, if you got any sort of value whatsoever today, I'm gonna need you to smash that subscribe button down below. If it's red, you need to click it and subscribe to my channel, because I upload every single day, and majority of the time I'm giving you guys tips on how to wholesale houses and make a lot of money in real estate without having to put any money down whatsoever. So you're gonna need to hit that subscribe button and then hit the notification bell that pops up right next to it, because I do upload every day and I want to make sure you get that information before other people take advantage of this crazy information that I put out there. I put out content that people are charging literally thousands of dollars for inside of their paid programs and mentoring programs and all that type of stuff. And I wanted to democratize the information and just give it all to you guys for free on my channel. And then on top of that, if you want to see more videos like this, smash the like button. And that's all I got. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and getting to this point. Like always, I'm uploading every day. So I will see you guys all tomorrow. Peace.